James Kaufman, World News Report today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a very active day. Earthquakes all around the globe. What we're seeing as far as the biggest quake of the day is this 6.4. It originally came in much stronger, at least to 6.6. It's been downgraded by the USGS. It's over in Indonesia. It had an associated tsunami warning with it. Came in as a 4 on the DYFI, a 6 on the shake map, 31 kilometers of depth. I want to say that there's been 2 new Madrid quakes as well today. In this hazard over here, there's 2 more quakes. The U.S. is just covered with quakes right now. We'll go over that in just a bit. And we're having another swarm. We have 9 large quakes up here where we have 7 active volcanoes up off the tip or peninsula of Russia here. But again, the story of the day, the 6.4 magnitude earthquake in Indonesia, not directly on a plate boundary and not directly under a volcano, but close to both. Jumping over to volcanoesandearthquakes.com, we see a lot of the globe is lit up. Over here in the Aegean Sea, we have a huge swarm going on, a lot of volcanoes awakening, a big 5.1 quake here. And around Indonesia, there's nothing but earthquakes, the biggest one being what we're after today, the 6.6. We also have that swarm. There might have been 9 large quakes, but there's, well, about 50 small quakes as well. And that is occurring on a plate tectonic boundary and is occurring just under these active volcanoes. And we'll bring this up to a 5 so you can see here. Lots of active volcanoes there. 4 that I can see. There's an orange one hidden right here. 4 that I can see right there on that Russian peninsula. We'll get down here. This is a swarm as well, as y'all saw. I'll go back and show y'all that swarm. Really, all of Indonesia is a swarm. We're going to go ahead and zoom in 5556 Zealandia here. 55 over here. You can zoom in to the 6.6 here. The other quake is a 5.1, I believe. If I can get that plate off. All right. The 5.0, excuse me. All right, this is not directly on a plate tectonic boundary. It is very close to these volcanic ranges here, but not under any active volcanoes, and really any volcanoes that have been active over the last 10 and 15,000 years. It's right there by itself. There is a swarm there. You can see now. I don't know exactly how many quakes have gone off, but we're only worried about the big one, the 6.0. And what do we have? Well, we have a 6.6 magnitude earthquake, and that's reported by the Indonesian government. Depth 31 kilometers. We have the International Research Institute on Seismology coming in at 6.4. French came in at 6.1, default depth of 10 kilometers. And, well, the International Institute of Seismology matched that 31 kilometers that the Indonesian government came in with. We will get some detailed information on this one big quake here. All right, a very strong magnitude 6.6 earthquake. Also being reported as a 6.6 on volcanodiscovery.com. So we might go with a 6.6. That's just going to depend on, well, how the different agencies go with this. And this originally, 3 hours ago, came in as a 6.8 magnitude, not a 6.4 and not a 6.6. Notice up here, same quake. It's the initial readings, a 6.8 magnitude quake. We'll have to at least go with the 6.6 now after seeing how hard it's been downgraded. Earthquake details at 6.6. Main reporting agency, the Indonesian government. Only 19 reports. This was in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. We will check the buoys in the area. and it was at 31 kilometers of depth. Everyone seems to agree on that. It released 7.5 atomic bombs worth of energy. Wow. Here is the downgraded map. You can see how few reports we have. 18 reports. It's the most recent map here, a 6.6. It's going to be hard to call it a 6.4 with the USGS coming in at a 6.4. You can see that already since it came in originally as a 6.8. Comparing quake data from different reporting agencies, the Indonesian government a 6.6, 31 kilometers. Germany a 6.4, 25 kilometers. The Incorporated Research Institute for Seismology at 6.4, 31 kilometers. USGS 6.4, 31 kilometers. The French a 6.18, give or plus or minus 0.15. So it could be a 6.3. And they came in at a default depth of 10 kilometers. We've got Australia coming in at a 6.6 with a default depth of 10 kilometers. And we have the Philippines coming in at a 6.4, 57 kilometers, 35 miles deep. We have the Italians coming in at a 6.4, 59 kilometers of depth. And finally, the Europeans coming in at a 6.5. So I think 6.6 is, well, generally okay to go with here. Supposedly, there's only been 4 aftershocks, although that's when this story went to print. There's been numerous more since then. Head over to the National Data Buoy Center. There was an associated tsunami warning, but we see no buoys in event mode whatsoever anywhere around Indonesia, so no tsunami was created. There's actually no buoys in event mode anywhere on the globe as we speak. So based on the uptick we see in earthquake activity today and what we've seen in volcanic activity over the last couple of days, the simultaneous superior conjunction really had some effect here on Earth as far as an uptick seen on both of those. We haven't seen a lot of solar activity, although NOAA has warned that we have 2 CMEs that will strike this evening. I'm going to do that next. Main story of the day, USGS is calling it a 6.4, came in at a 6.8, been downgraded to a 6.6 by most everybody. We'll go with a 6.6, associated tsunami warning, 31 kilometers of depth. And the U.S., well, that's a whole hour to talk about. We'll hit that tonight, along with this swarm on the Russian peninsula under the 4 or 5 active volcanoes and the swarm over the Aegean Sea, which is just off the hook as well. God bless, folks. Please give us a thumbs up. Please share, and always remember, anything's possible. Bizarro world.